Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the first video of the Norvina Palette series. I mentioned in last Thursday's video that this entire week will be dedicated to the Norvina palette. I also mentioned that I would be incorporating other Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes in the different looks. So in this one in particular, we are going to be using the Prism palette. So if you own the Prism palette and also the Norvina palette, grab your palettes and let's get started. So if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe. This is a really fun learning environment. I actually started to use the hashtag #LearnWithLon. So if you guys want to hashtag that on Instagram and also tag me in any of the looks that you recreate in any of these videos, or any video that you guys see, that is how I will be seeing you guys. And the reason I did Learn with Lon, actually my manager actually said that. Because most of the videos that I had put in my description box were informative videos, and I like to teach more than I like to do fun and different type of makeup looks. So that is where we got the Learn with Lon. Plus, it's L&L, so So I just primed with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and now I'm using a translucent setting powder. And now we are going to go into the ABH Norvina Palette. So I'm going to move my mirror just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to move a little bit closer to the camera as well, just so that way you guys can see a little bit better. Oh, shit. Okay, so the first eyeshadow that we're going to use out of the Norvina Palette is the shade Eccentric, which is kind of like a brick, more like a sandy, like a sand dune kind of color. And I'm using a Stilazzi L215. This is a large fluff crease brush. And I really like this shade. And you wanna know why I like this shade is because it still gives me that warmth, but it's not overly warm. Like, it's not overly orange. It's a really nice kind of like mid-tone neutral, not really neutral, but like, it's not too orange. I don't know, it's a really nice transition shade. And I find myself reaching for this a lot more than I like, more of like the reddish, oranges kind of shades. I really like this color. So now we're gonna hop over to the Prism palette. I'm going to take the shade Parallel, which is the kind of like warm brown kind of color, and I'm using a Morphe M443. I really like this brush, I find. And I'm going to put this into the crease, and I'm just applying a little bit of this, and this is just gonna help me to where I wanna guide that black, and it's also gonna help me blend out that black. So I'm just applying a little bit because I'm, of course, gonna go over it with the black, and I'm gonna go over the black with the brown, so I'm not applying too much. But with this look, I wanted to do something a little bit more fun, and I haven't really gotten to use Fear out of this palette, so that is why I was gonna do liner, but then I was like, just do it over the cut crease. I think that'll look so fun, and it kind of gives me like neon, witchy Halloween vibes. Kind of giving me Halloween vibes, but I'm gonna take the shade Obsidian, which is the matte black in this palette. I really like this palette a lot. I just wish it wasn't so powdery. This palette is very powdery, but it's not subculture powdery. It's powdery to where I can still use it and like maneuver with it, but it's still like so powdery to where it's like, oh my gosh, all of the pigment is gonna be gone pretty soon. So I don't know, I feel like they should have just packed it a little bit better, but what do I know? So with this Obsidian shade, I'm using this little blending brush. I don't know where I got this from. It's probably like a Sonia Castric brush or something. It's really, really, really old, and I'm just taking this directly into the crease, and then I'm creating a V out here, and I'm just gonna tail it out towards the tail of the brow. And just continue to pack this on out into the outer corner. And of course, blend this color up. And although this brush is really small, as far as like with detailing, you can also, it's nice and fluffy, so you can also blend this out. So we're just going to keep doing that. So as I mentioned, we're gonna go back in with the M443 with a little bit more of Parallel and just use that to blend the black. Just make sure it's like not really too harsh or anything like that. So in the other look, I did take a little bit of Saturn, which Saturn is a really, really, really like, it's pretty much orange, okay? So I just took a little bit, tap off the excess, and just kind of went over the top, and it just gives a little bit more of like that orangey kind of hue, just because I feel like the black and the brown can be very, very, very harsh. I need that like warmth, you know? So now I'm getting really close to the mirror, you guys, and I'm gonna tilt the mirror up a little bit so I'm looking kind of like down at the mirror. And I'm taking the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, which it kind of created like a boot, like a leg and a foot. And I'm taking this Sigma E15 flat definer brush and I'm gonna start to cut out the crease. So now we're popping back to the Norvina palette, and I'm taking the shade Soul, which Soul is this really pretty like periwinkle lavender kind of purple color, and I'm taking that on this Dew Care brush. This is just going to be packed all over the lid. And this color is so freaking stunning. I love this color. This is like, if I had to pick one color out of this palette that I would use to represent Norvina as like who I know her as, you know, as far as an influence and a creative director, I would think of this color Soul. Like I would just, because she loves the purple hair and the different colors, and you know, she just kind of reminds me of like a little Tinkerbell. So this color reminds me of her. So I'm packing that all over the lid, bringing that up. It's okay if you get a little messy. And then I'm gonna take some more of Obsidian and go right here on the outer edge and kind of blend it in, and also blend out here. So now, okay, I'm not gonna be able to talk through this portion, but what I'm gonna do is take the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and I'm going to take a Sigma Wing Liner brush, which looks like this. It's really tiny, really nice for detailing the wing liner. It's an E06, and I'm gonna take this on the brush and pretty much go right over the top of the cut of the crease and kind of draw a line and wing it out. Okay, so now that we have that cut out, it's okay if it looks really messy. It is okay. I'm gonna take this wing liner brush from the Pretty Bar. They have their peach Bellini, they have their pink martini, and they have their apple martini, I believe, and that's this brush set. And I'm gonna take the shade Sphere, which is this like neon green shade. Oh my gosh, like this was a genius color to come out with. I need Norvina to come out with like give me this like neon vibes, but like, you know, with wearable colors. Give me that for next summer. But I'm gonna take this and just pretty much go right over the top and stamp it. Now it's perfectly fine if it gets on your crease or on your lid. That is okay. We're going to end up wiping that away very shortly, but just go across and stamp it on to that NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. That's gonna make it pop a little bit more. Oh, I did do a look with this neon color. I did the wing with the glitter. That was really, really, really nice. I really like that look. It was popping for the Prism palette. And if you guys want to go back and check out any of the ABH palette series that I have done on my channel, then I will have that listed down below for you. But they're all there for your viewing pleasure. Now that we're done with that, we're just gonna take a little bit more of Soul on that same brush and just kind of go right up to it and brush it away. Then for the top part, I'm gonna take Obsidian and I'm gonna take a E15 flat definer brush and get really close to it and just kind of stamp that across. So now I'm just taking that brush that I used, no product on it, and I'm just using that to kind of buff it out a little bit so it's not like a super harsh like line of black. And I accidentally went over sphere a little bit here. I'm just gonna stamp a little bit more. Okay, you guys, so for lashes, I'm gonna use the Bava lashes in the style Nita. This is a brand new pair because it has to be poppin'. This is my all-time favorite pair of lashes, like especially that are like wispy, really pretty. So I'm gonna do that, pop those on, or do my face, and then I will be back for the lips. Okay, you guys, so I can't find my Rimmel London eye coat pencil, so I'm gonna use this Tarte Man Eater. Like, it's like a self-sharpening eyeliner, like an automatic black liner. This is pretty creamy from when I swatched it on my hand. I just received this like earlier this week from Tarte. I got a package from Tarte just randomly, so I'm putting that into my waterline. And I wasn't gonna smoke this out originally. I was just gonna leave it kind of how it was, but then I was like, I feel like somebody's gonna be like, you should have put that on the bottom lash line. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do so. Just smoke it out. So I'm using Obsidian once again on the lower lash line. I'm putting it really tight with the same E15 flat definer brush, and then going to connect that out here into the outer edge. Just keep it going kind of straight out. And I did extend that out a little bit just to keep the kind of like wing going. And then I'm gonna take Parallel again on a Sigma E30 and just use that to smoke it out. And just kind of blend that underneath. Just so that way it's not like, you know, just a distinct line. Okay, you guys, so the last and final touch for the eyes is going to be applying some of Dimension, which is just this like lavender kind of color, applying that into the inner corner as like the finishing little touch. This is like another like lavender. Oh my gosh, my nose drips every single time I do my makeup. Is my nose the only one that like does that, or no? Because I feel like it's I'm like the only one. So annoying. Okay, and so of course for lips, I'm gonna do something super, I'm gonna back up a little bit because I don't need to be that close anymore. But I'm gonna do something super, super, super nude. I'm going to use this clean color lip liner, which you can find at like your local beauty supply store, and just do a line my lips. This is like my favorite brown lip liner. It just like grounds every color. Okay, and now I'm going to use Starfish from ABH. This is like one of my favorite nude colors, especially in a liquid lipstick form. If I really wanted to be bold, I would go in with like a dark purple or something, but the eyes are so like much that I feel a lot more comfortable going in with this nude, because I feel like it'll keep the eyes, like the attention more so on my eye than it being like on my lip. Alright, you guys, so that completes the first look of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Palette series. Although I did use kind of majority of the Prism palette. I think I only used 2 shades out of the Norvina palette. It's still gonna be the Norvina Palette series. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you are going to recreate this look. Let me know if you have both of these palettes. I would love to see you guys recreate it. If you do, please hashtag #LearnWithLon so that way I can see, you know, your recreation. If you do decide to do it as the wing liner instead, please tag me. I love you all so much. If you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you guys in Tuesday's video. Mwah. Bye, guys.